What's going on, people? King Richez back again. Gonna react to a video from the hardly initiated YouTube channel where we have another YouTube personality by the name of Anton, and he is debating with another guy by the name of YadaAwakening, debating on the issue of men dating single mothers.
Should men be open to dating women with children?
I don't believe, personally, that we should put our women in boxes. If a woman has a child or doesn't have a child, a good woman is a good woman. My wife had a child prior to me.
Why am I not surprised, bro? So now every other man has to do what you did. No, fam.
When a man is able to lead, guide, and protect, when a man's able to walk with the attributes of the Most High God, it doesn't matter if the woman is single or not, because if a man can lead, he can lead. It doesn't matter if the woman has 3 children, 2 children, 1 child, no child. If the man can lead, he can lead.
Please do not bring the Most High into this. The Most High is not telling all of these modern women to go and sleep with bad boys and criminals and King the Great 6'8" type of guys, have babies, and then a God-fearing man, you have to come and clean up the whole mess. And you're not their first natural choice.
I believe, my opinion in my heart, that when a man is truly invested into God and into bettering himself, God's going to send him an aid, regardless if the aid has a child or no child.
I think that the Most High would probably send you somebody who is best suited to you. Therefore, if you are a man who doesn't have a child, he would probably send you a woman that also doesn't have a child. Why would the Most High want to put you in a situation where you're looking after another man's orgasm?
I don't think we should keep telling women, oh, your value is lowered because you have children. That makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
I believe that if you're unable to even deal with your own personal emotions, I think you should stay alone and by yourself, or get with a woman that has nothing else going on. Y'all can probably grow together. But when you're coming into a woman's life that has a child, you have to be able to lead. You have to be able to father. You have to be able to teach. And you have to be able to love unconditionally.
Yeah, and you're meant to do that with your own children, bro. What are you talking about? All them things he said were all well and good. Yeah, you need to be able to lead and teach and nurture and do all those things and love unconditionally. Yeah, for your own children, bro. This is not rocket science.
Because I love my wife's child as if she's my own flesh and blood.
But it's not your flesh and blood, though. It should be a duty to yourself to start your own empire.
So I don't believe, personally, that we should put a woman in the box because a man might overlook a divine asset sent to him by God just because she has a child.
This level of simping is over 9,000, bro. And I understand there are some good women out there that find themselves in that position. I understand that. But bro, at the end of the day, if you are a man who is childless, you're God-fearing, just like he was talking about, why on earth would God send a woman who has children to be your wife?
And that's like me telling a woman, overlook this man because he has children. No, I believe an asset is an asset. A woman that has a child isn't a liability. And if she's coming into your life to help you maneuver into becoming your greatest version, because a woman can help a man become greater emotionally and mentally, she adds on to the man. And if the child is there, this man, especially if he doesn't have children, he can learn how to father through this.
A man should learn to father by being a stepfather to someone else's kids. So forget about having your own kids and learning to be a parent with your own children. No, you need to practice with somebody else's kids. Some other guy, he can come through, some bad boy, he can come and have all the fun of making the child, and then he can walk off, and then you can come in and practice being a parent.
Your value is not dropped because you have children. Men, please hear me. Your value is not dropped because you have children. Some of you, or some of us, me included, weren't taught how to properly wait until marriage to have children.
You wasn't taught how to not be a simp.
I'm speaking to the brothers that's trying to figure it out by themselves. I'm speaking to the women that's trying to figure it out by themselves. Love yourself and never lower your value, regardless if you had children or not. Excuse me.
There you have it.
We 100% disagree on this one.
Okay.
The previous two, we had some overlap and we had some agreements. This one,
Right.
we don't. I like to get to the core root of the problem. And I think that what we do as a culture and as a society is we enable bad behavior by saying that it's okay.
Yes.
And it's not. It's not. The person that you have children with, the person that you have sex with, that's your husband, that's your wife. Before any of these Western modern laws that then incentivize people to get married, the person that you opened up your legs to was your husband. And so we have too many broken homes, and we're trying to puzzle this thing and Tetris it together to justify that it makes sense. Now, is there circumstances, because I'm never going to speak on somebody else's situation. I speak in general. I don't know him. I would never speak on his children or his wife. That has nothing to do with me.
I appreciate that,
whatsoever,
brother.
Right? So I have the utmost respect for him and his family.
Thank you.
So I'm just speaking in general. All right. So I want to make sure that I preface that because I don't want there to be any attacks. Right.
Understood.
But my point is that we need to get back to the core and the root, because if you removed the safety net, people would be more accountable for the things that they did and who they opened up their legs to.
It's dangerous to come out and say that, oh yeah, all you guys, you single guys, you guys that have made something of yourself, you need to be open to being a stepdaddy.
Right now, more than ever, there's a pandemic, an epidemic of women celebrating women having children out of wedlock. And we know that statistically speaking, that is a bad situation. You are more likely to end up in jail. You're more likely to join a gang. You're more likely to need therapy. You're less likely to be successful when it comes to future relationships. You're less likely to become a millionaire and earn as much. You're more likely to have debt as a result of student loan debt and things and so on and so forth. And so if we gonna solve for this problem as a culture, we have to remove the incentives for people to think that it's okay to have families outside of the covenant that God has ordained for us to have.
This problem is pretty much all over the place. It's definitely in the UK as well. Broken home, dysfunctional family system produces the same like negative results.
Do circumstances happen? Absolutely. But it absolutely does not. That is not the majority. Most people are intentional. And let me address something else that he said. By the time that we are able to bust one, we know what's right and wrong. You know that you should not be having children out of wedlock. This is not something that we have to discover. At a very basic level, we know better. And that's why I can speak to men when I say the majority of men, especially black men, do not have children out of wedlock. That is a small minority of men that is populating the majority of these women, and we don't really want to hold them accountable because we know that women are the biggest consumers.
Yep.
And so again, I'm not here to make people feel good. I'm here to tell them the truth. No, I do not think that a man needs to practice becoming a father to a child that's not his and trying to figure it out to negotiate and work with another man that wants to probably at some point participate in this child's life, because it is a zero-sum game. And I know so many people that regret the day that they ever decided to get into a relationship with a woman that then ultimately should have went back to her child's father.
I would absolutely never, ever, ever play stepdad. And I don't think any other smart guy that's got anything going on should do anything like that.
Go back to your child's father and work it out. Because that's the person that you created the covenant with. That's the person that you married according to God's law.
Yes.
Go fix it. That's what you need to do.
Now, what if a woman is saying that this man is just absolutely egregious? That's just somebody I was. It's not even something that I can repair, go back to.
It's not about
how
you.
How do you give that woman
It's not about
advice?
her. It's about the child. Everything that you do at that point to bring somebody into this world that didn't ask to be here is what's best for the child. You remove yourself. You got to put down with self and up with God. What is in the best interest of that child? Is it in the best interest of that child for you to be raising that child in a two-parent household with the father? And if so, why didn't you think about that before you opened up your legs to him? Because we got over 100 different forms of contraception.
Yep.
It's not about how you feel. It's about the child.
It's not about how you feel. Everyone's worried about feelings. Feelings are fleeting. They come and go and change just like the wind blows. And this guy this Yada guy was talking about the Most High, the Most High, the Most High. Well, according to the Bible and the Word of God, you know, if you lay down with someone, that's your wife or that's your husband.
I do the thing that's in the best interest of my child, not me. I put myself last. But I also understand that the things that I do in my greatness, she's the beneficiary of it. And I would never, ever, under any circumstance, let another man raise my child.
And that's beautiful. What he's saying is beautiful. And he's coming from a place of being raised by mother and father. But you have so many women that never seen their father. They've never known that a woman should get married before they have children.
They did know.
Hold on, bro. Let me speak. Because majority of young girls are they're starting to lose their virginities at very young ages as children, looking to replace that feeling of not having a father. They just want to feel some form of masculine love. So if this child made a mistake at 15 or made a mistake at 16 by sleeping with the wrong man that promised her the world, oh baby, I love you. Oh baby, I'm thankful for you. Oh baby, I'll never leave you. And she got into this woman's head because, like you said, fathers should know and teach their daughters right for wrong. You do agree, correct? Mm-hmm. So if the father isn't there and she's running behind a masculine energy and this man is saying, I love you, I'll never leave you, I'll never cheat on you, and she falls in love with this man now saying, I want your body. If you love me, let me get your body. She doesn't know right for wrong because she didn't see no man growing up. Now she gives this man the body. Mm-hmm. Now a child is born.
But the only thing I would say in reply or response to that is that her parent, her mother, should be protecting her from these kind of obstacles or pitfalls, because her mother is probably a victim of falling into that trap herself, warning her daughter of these potential risks.
That means that this man right here that doesn't have any children should not get with her?
Absolutely not.
Come on, brother.
Absolutely not.
Come on, brother.
100%.
Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Listen, at a very early age, I was never going to not have a child, or I was never going to have a child out of wedlock. We was never going to co-parent. I was never going to have another man in my child's life.
That's beautiful.
And this is the sentiment of most men, especially black men. Yeah. This is a norm within our culture. Go and look it up. It's data. It's statistics. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. And again, I'm going to go back to the core of what I said in the very first conversation. You can solve for 99% of all men that are doing the wrong thing, and 1% of men can populate the majority of the earth with women that choose to be with this one man.
I remember I did a reaction video years ago, and it basically was talking about how there was one guy in one state of America, and he basically had like 20 kids with different women. There's a small minority of men that majority of women are finding attractive. These guys are just creating all these statistics and single mothers and broken homes.
At some point, every single person, including women, have to be accountable for the thing that they did and open up their legs to.
Yep.
And we also know that women are the ones that initiate the majority of the divorces.
Yep.
So
of course.
So they're walking away from their households and becoming single parents by choice.
And I bet you this Yada guy is going to come with some big time excuses of why these women are all walking away from these marriages, and these men that are so terrible and mean, and the woman should divorce the men. I guarantee it, bro.
It's toxic to teach a woman to stay in a home where there's no form of love or safety or security, because that teaches the woman, the young child, it teaches the young girl that she should grow up and stay in a relationship with a man that's abusive, that attacks her mentally and physically.
How did I know he was going to go down this road? Bruh, I'm sure everyone watching knew he was going down this road of the men are being abusive.
We have to understand the majority of women will not leave a place where she feels safe. She will not leave a place where she feels loved. Men keep screaming that women are leaving men or divorcing men in high numbers because these women are no longer happy. They no longer feel safe. They're not being financially provided for. They're taking care of grown men. And I know brothers, right, that are amazing fathers, amazing fathers, and raising their bonus children. These bonus children aren't curses. They're blessings.
Man said bonus children. What?
Man that's able to lead another child that's not biologically his, I salute you.
Of course you're gonna salute, because that's what you're doing. He's your teammate. That's why you wanna salute him, bruv.
Because the average man will not understand that.
The average man is wrong because he wants to have children of his own and look after his own children. Wow.
She fell in love with the wrong man.
Probably based on superficial things. Not really falling in love with the content of his character. No, it's just based on the fact that he's tall and he's cute.
Ladies, do not allow this man up here to make you feel like you're not deserving of a man. Or man, if you're in a relationship with a woman that has children, do your thing. I salute you. It takes a real man to be able to step up and be a father when no one else is.
The only real men are the ones that go and play stepdaddy. That's the realest men on the roads. Okay.
This is my question to you. Right. Was he abusive before you opened up your legs to him?
Now, can I speak? That's cool with you?
I asked you a question.
That's good. Brother, we have men that are some pro-finessers.
You're a pro-finesser. You are selling all of these single mothers the dream.
They will give a woman a representation of themselves. And when they've got their hooks into the woman, they turn into something different. No woman in her right mind is going to be in a relationship with a man that's negative, Nancy, breaking her down mentally, physically, and spiritually, not providing for her financially. No, they get the hooks in her. And then when he feels like he's got her in love and all she knows is him, he turns into something different. All I'm saying to you, brother, this is what I want. No, I need you to hear this. I need you to hear this. Every woman that has had a child and is not with the man aren't bad people. And every man that had a child and not with the woman is not bad people. We keep saying a man shouldn't be with a woman that has children. Why? Because she have her children, but this man has children and children aren't with them. We have to make sense of this. Why do we keep saying, man, don't be with a woman with children, but we're not saying nothing by the man that's not taking care of his children?
No one said that if a woman has children and she's not with the father of the children, she's a bad person. No one said that. All man is saying that is if you're a man that doesn't have children, why would you go and couple up with a woman who has got children? There's not any real benefit or advantages. And then also, guys are holding men accountable. If you go out there and you create babies, yeah, and you don't look after your children, you're a scumbag. Everybody knows that, bro.
Would you pretty much instruct any woman, is it the same rule that women should also stay away?
I would not tell a woman
men
that don't have children to marry a man with children.
Facts.
Okay.
I'm not biased on this. I'm consistent across the board.
If you're a woman that doesn't have children, you shouldn't get with a man that has children either. It goes both ways. If you are in a situation where you are a single parent, then you're probably better suited to go and get with another single parent.
Could a guy possibly marry a good woman that got... Absolutely. But I would never advise it because I would never tell somebody to do something that I wouldn't do myself.
Facts.
I'm consistent in that. And let me correct them for a minute.
Please.
Nobody said that they were bad people.
Okay.
That's just not your people. Everybody that's a good person is not for you.
Facts.
Everybody that's in a situationship is not supposed to be a part of your network. Every person that's doing something good or well, they don't deserve to necessarily be in your life because your journey is different. And so I never said anybody was a bad person, but I would never advise a man to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And I would never, ever go and talk to a woman that have children with another man.
When you say they're not
and
your people, what does that mean?
And what I would tell her is to go back with your child's father. And it doesn't mean that she can't have love. If you can finesse a man into doing it, then do so. But I would never advise my guys to do that.
When you say not your people, what does that mean?
It can mean anything. It can mean that we're not equally yoked. Maybe we don't need to do business together. Maybe we are going in two different directions. Maybe we have two different belief systems. It's a lot of different things that can identify whether or not a person is your person or your people and not.
Okay, so are you telling people they should be in relationships even though it's toxic just because of the child?
I never said that.
Is this guy an idiot or something? He's just not listening. He didn't say anything of the sort. Oh, so you're saying that you should be in a toxic relationship? What are you on about, bro? He's saying that, like, if you have children with somebody, you should try to make it work. The best scenario is you being in a functional home where biological mother and the biological father are both raising that child. And that's actually probably in the child's best interest and safety.
So when should they part ways?
I don't think that they should have got it together in the first place because you know who a
If
person...
we're already there, brother. If we're already there.
I specifically said, no, I don't address if we already there.
Right.
I address...
This is what we're talking about. We're talking to adults,
I address literally, you have to take ownership and responsibility for it. I don't believe that people are getting finessed like you painted the picture. I believe... Because that's to say that women aren't smart. Because how did you get so smart afterwards, but you wasn't smart enough to be able to identify that he was a POS when you got with him? That's literally telling y'all that y'all idiots. You're not an idiot. You're not dumb. Most women know who the dude is that they got with and who they chased before they got with him and opened up their legs to him.
Remember, there was somebody by the name of Sierra. Has everyone forgot about Sierra? She's kept very quiet with Russell Wilson now. Yeah, remember she went and had a child with somebody by the name of, what was his name again? You guys watching, you remember his name. What was his name? Future. The rapper Future, who already had multiple baby mamas, and she added herself to the roster. I think that women are very intelligent, bro. When they come across a guy that they really want to sleep with, they're gonna do it.
That's why they say get married. Marry before you carry. That's why they say that.
So let's, because I get you pretty much talking prevention.
Correct.
Not necessarily in the situation, but I actually want to go to the situation because right now our culture is facing this situation in large numbers, Anton. So I want to get your consult for the people now in the situation because we get your stance.
People are just gonna have to deal with their situation and don't be entitled and don't expect anything, bro. If you've put yourself in a situation like becoming a single parent, I mean, really and truly, it's not about you and how you feel anymore. It's about the child. You need to invest all your energy to make sure your child does not end up like you. If you are a single mother, you're going to do everything within your power to make sure that your daughter doesn't end up a single mother as well.
Here's the thing. If we have identified as well, to Yada's point, that the brother is, at this point, not working on himself, pretty much unqualified at this point to lead and manage a family, may not even have the desire to, do you still recommend that woman put herself in that position, or should she...
what position specifically?
To be in a relationship with this type of man, or should she go about parting ways and trying to find, just run it, be a single
Listen,
mom?
I took my vows serious. I don't believe in parting ways. It's death till death do us part in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor.
These are single women though. By the way.
Well, you said part ways.
Well, again, a woman who got pregnated by a man, they're not married.
That's your husband. That's your husband. What are we talking about? You can't take it back. Ain't no take backs. We in this. It's me and you till we die. We gonna figure it out.
I don't believe I'm hearing this.
No. They asked me the question.
I never believe I'm hearing this.
We gonna figure it out. We gonna work it out. We gonna do it. We gonna make it happen. We gonna take on the world and we gonna take over the world. It's some things that we gonna have to figure out together. But you just can't leave after you got somebody pregnant. You can't leave after you get pregnant. What you talking about? That's your husband.
Man, listen, hold on.
That's your husband.
Listen to me. Listen to me, ladies. If you're in a relationship with a man, you're pregnant, or if you have children by this man, and this man is not being a man in your life, leave him. If this man is breaking you down mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, leave him and make sure he gets himself together. And if he can't get himself together to keep you in his life, that's not the man for you.
He wasn't the man for her in the first place, and she shouldn't have got pregnant by him. Remember, there's a thing called contraception, bro. Why would you not be taking contraception, especially if you're not married to the guy? And especially if you haven't been with the guy long enough to know that if he is a husband father material. You should be making sure you're on top of that. Popping that pill every day. Make sure you have that injection. Make sure you have that coil, bruv.
This brother talking about, that makes no sense and it's devilish. It's too many women being killed by toxic men because they want to stay for emotional reasons of the children. Think about yourself, because you can't properly protect your child if you're being abused on any type of level, if you're not being provided for on any type of level. Love yourself enough to know when to leave.
We use extreme words, and in order for him to even survive this debate, he got to use extreme words like abuse.
Oh, come on, bro.
Right? Because again, we're supposed to be talking to the majority, not the minority. People leave each other because they don't like each other, or because it's a difficult financial situation, or because they fall out of love, or because they have lust for somebody else.
People just leave people because they get bored, or they want to sleep with other people, or they have affairs, or it's because of money. The majority of cases of women leaving men is not because the man potentially is gonna delete her. This is crazy talk.
Of course, there are extreme circumstances where you don't stay in a situation. If you're getting beat up on, because that goes without saying, we shouldn't even have to address that. Of course you shouldn't stay in an abusive situation. Yeah. But again, he's using extreme versions of the conversation in order to be able to survive, when in reality, we talking about people that's just walking away because they don't like the person, or they don't like his financial situation, or they don't like what it is that they think that is going on in his life or her life, or she see her friend and she get influenced by it. That's what we talking about. Most people are not just walking away because, oh man, every man... Come on, man.
A woman does not walk away from a place where she feels happy and she's stable on each and every level. A woman will never walk away from a man where she feels secure on each and every level. His man stepped out of a fantasy.
Look, extremes. Now we saying that a woman will never walk away from a man if she feels secure. Most women don't even know what they don't even feel like themselves after they have a child and they got postpartum.
Come on, brother.
No. Tell me it's not true.
No, you're right.
Most women don't even know what they feel like when they have postpartum. And a lot of times these women are leaving situations when a child is an infant, when they're young. Mm-hmm. So if we talking about feelings, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about purpose. See, love is not about how you feel. Right. Love is what you do. I agree. And so it's an endurance test. Even the word of God, the prize isn't given to the person that run the swift. It's given to the person that endureth to the end. It's not a feeling. You might feel some type of way right now. That's why the word says that you can't let the sun go down on your wrath.
In relationships, you're probably not going to love the person you're with every single day. It's going to be a choice. Sometimes you're just going to have to choose the person, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And then there's the other factor of duty. Yeah, there's a duty that comes into play, especially if you have a child involved in this situation. All of this feel, bro, like feelings are fleeting. They're fickle, capricious. All right. If you don't know what that means, go find a dictionary. Capricious and fickle feelings, bro. Like, the world doesn't run on feelings. You do what you have to do when you have to do it, and that's it. And sometimes it's going to feel uncomfortable, but you know it's going to lead you to positive outcomes.
I'm not going off of feelings. I'm going based off of what is the current situation. And again, it's not about me, it's about the child. Mm-hmm. So you may feel a certain type of way right now, but we gonna work this out. We not leaving, we not getting divorced. Again, we gonna use his extreme example of getting your head cracked in. Don't stick around when you're getting your head cracked in. Yeah, but I'm speaking to the majority. Don't just leave just because you feel a certain type of way about
ladies.
Ladies.
Yeah, here comes the simping again.
If you feel unsafe, if this man is not leading you to the best version of yourself, if he's not being that guide, that leader, and that protector, leave that man. I don't care about no form of fantasy.
This guy is very dangerous because he's going to lead a lot of women to a lot of problems.
And men, if you're doing everything you know to do for your woman, to keep her happy, to love her, to protect her and guide her, and she's still doing things that you don't recommend, or she's going out there doing things she has no business doing, leave that woman. If not, your children will reap the hurt and the pain of that cycle. We have to break these generational curses.
The generational curse which is current is that there's a alarming rate of single mothers.
This man is gonna have y'all jacked up. He gonna have y'all absolutely toe up. He gonna ruin your life. He gonna ruin your child's life. He gonna ruin your family's life. Take this and really replay it.
Today, I find that guy to be very, very dangerous. I think he's aiding and abetting women to make some potentially catastrophic decisions. And a lot of people need to understand that if you have children or you're potentially going to have children, you need to be very, very seriously, and you need to understand the potential risks and dangers that you're embarking on. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Please like the video, leave a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm push the video to more people, because I think a lot of people need to see this. Make sure you go check out my clothing line, Let's Go. I'm wearing the Let's Go t-shirt right now. Make sure you go check out the merchandise. Everything's embroidered. It's not no screen printing. Everything is embroidered. All right, shipping is worldwide and all that good stuff. But make sure you like the video, leave a comment and all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. And with that being said, I'm out of it. Peace.